Yes, a moment to share, and I am Lina.
Welcome everybody to Downtown Variety. Woo! Oh my God, it will be a miracle if I get through this because we've been having some crazy issues today with our software. But hell, we're here. Okay, so I am Maddie Barber-Bockelman, hosting Downtown Variety, MaMa and CultureHub's new online performance series coming at you live from all sorts of areas, mainly in New York City tonight, but we're going bigger soon. This is an experiment. This is an experiment in survival to see how artists and how we can come together in this time. And it's an experiment for us because we have this piece of software we're using, LiveLab, and we're really pushing it right now. But that's what we do. So we're going to give it a try. Tonight we have an incredible lineup of artists. It's unreal that MaMa has and CultureHub has, you know, these friends in our circle, and we're so grateful that everyone's down to give this a try. So I'm pumped. All right, without further ado, thank you, Rina Anakwe. That first performance was Rina Anakwe. Yeah, I should probably, okay, next up, we have Susanna Cook, live from her basement. Here she is, Susanna Cook.
And this made me shield with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child, she was a child, it was keen by the sea. We loved with a love that was more than love. I and my infidelity.
On ira écouter Harlem au coin de Manhattan, on ira rougir le thé dans les souks à Amman, on ira nager dans le lit du fleuve Sénégal et on verra brûler Bombay sous un feu de Bengale. On ira gratter le ciel en dessous de Kyoto, on ira sentir Yobat au cœur de Janeiro, on lèvera nos yeux sur le plafond de la chapelle Sixtine et on lèvera nos verres dans le café Pushkin. Oh, quelle est belle notre chance aux mille couleurs de l'être humain, mélangées de nos différences, à la croisée des destins. Vous êtes les étoiles, nous sommes l'univers. Vous êtes un grain de sable, nous sommes le désert. Vous êtes...
Hey, Mari.
Susanna!
Oh. Hi.
Hey. Oh, hey.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and
Oh.
clear, and I can feel you even clearer.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Feels good to get that heart rate up, huh?
Yes.
What the heck? You've been performing in the downtown scene for like over 20 years, or probably much more than that. I'm a
28
baby.
right now.
And what is it like to perform in your basement under these conditions?
You know what? It's great too. It's great that we are staying connected. It's great that we are surviving. And I was thinking a lot, like what to do for this, because besides that, we are all kind of sad and afraid and super busy. I'm still working because I'm a dog walker, and I am an essential worker. I'm glad, but I was like, I can't do anything. There's no words. I'm mostly a writer, but there's no words now. It was really difficult, and I was like, well, the only thing that is I have in my head, and everybody has these days, is numbers. We're constantly counting. And then, like I asked Julian is the one who did the music, and actually, I tell the story of the numbers, but I thought that was the dramatic part, the numbers, and then the fear, the shaking, the rush that we get in our head, and then comes the music that was like the happiness, right? Like when this is over, or when the moments of happiness that we can rescue now. Like I wanted to end with something like a dance, like happiness. So this morning I was in the dog run listening to the music. Please don't. And then in the happy part, please.
Okay.
So sorry, I have a roommate. So in the happy part, I started to cry. It was the part that was making me more sad to connect with that happiness. So not that connecting with happiness is sad, but I thought that, I don't know, for some reason that made me miss that kind of happiness. But I don't know, I realized from Facebook and the places where people put messages that we went from a place of anger at the government, at the mishandling of this whole situation, to a place of like, I see most of the postings that I see now are very spiritual. They're very about supporting each other, about faith, about trying to rescue, something good. And then that's when you guys contacted me, and I was like, that's great. I have to do something, even though I couldn't really come up with anything. And I think that it's part of the transformation. This is also giving access to people that can never go to the theater. We were lucky that we were there, and we're going to be back there, and some people can't. So I thought, well, there's something great to rescue from this. That is, that we are also creating a tool that will give access to theater and performance to a lot of people who normally don't. So I don't know. I'm trying to stay positive. It's pretty scary, but we're gonna go through this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the magic of the mind. You can actually, yeah, you can just try to feel better.
Yeah, and like somebody said, I think it was a therapist who said in some article, whatever. I can't remember really. I would like to give her credit, but she said to be distancing doesn't mean disconnected.
Mm.
We have to keep distance, physical distance from each other. We have to stay home, but we can connect. And I think that this is a big step to say, well, we're going to do it this way, and we're going to remember this, and we're going to remember the good things about this kind of connection because we are connected. And it makes me so happy to be chatting with you right now. And there's some friends watching, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And the last time we were hanging out was in the club at La Mama
yeah.
doing the, what was it called? The ghosts, the
No
nun?
potential relationships with ghosts.
Yes.
I was going to do ghosts today. I thought about doing some ghosts, but then I thought these are real bodies, real people. Like I wanted to have like an image of a lot of people walking, but we are two. Uh, so we had like a lot of walking around, but you know, I don't know. I think it's good that we are trying and we're gonna go through this together, and we can continue creating performances.
Yeah.
Invite me time. I want to do this. I think that we have to continue doing this. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Cool, Susanna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, everybody. And I will see you soon here or in the theater.
Beautiful.
Bye, hon.
Next up, we've got video art by Cameron Neal, who is a resident artist at CultureHub currently. And we'll let the work speak for itself. No, just one. To Chris, to Chris.
Hello. So I spent the past year working with young people of color for this songwriting project that I do called Co-Written. And so a lot of these kids are in places that are not traditional school settings. And one of the places I went to was a psych ward. And so these kids have been in isolation for a long time, excuse me. And this is like nothing new for them. But I went with them and I worked with them to craft some lyrics, and they came up with some really good stuff. And then I got my friend Rotem Sivan to do some music for it. And my really amazing singer friend Jasmine Yvonne to do vocals. So this is like my take on it. It's called Night Sky. This is for them because they can't actually get their voices out into the world like we are. So this is from them, I would say. This is also a piece of tape. And this is a hand that can wave at you while I'm singing. If I see you in the night sky, oh, I'll spread my wings and fly to you. Will you look me in the eye and hold me close as you can? Will you take me to Neverland? Please, please. Fairy tale dreams always contain your beauty and your grace. I feel so undeserving. Fairy tale dreams always contain you. I'll know your face from among the rest. Your constellation will always be the best. Run across stars, moons, and galaxies. No one's gonna care for you like I do. Fairy tale dreams always contain your beauty and your grace. I feel so undeserving. Fairy tale dreams always contain you. If I had you in my arms, if I had you in my arms, my dreams would come true. Oh, if I had you in my arms, if I had you in my arms, my dreams would come true. Oh, if I had you in my arms, if I had you in my arms, my dreams would come true. Cool. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Chris Ignacio. Chris Ignacio, who is a steadfast La Mama family member, who's keeping it rolling
people of color
now.
for this songwriting.
Beautiful. All right, let's shake things up with a little movement from Kimberly Savarino, who I recently had the privilege of performing with in the Trojan Women. Chris Ignacio, who is a steadfast La Mama family member, who's keeping it rolling now. Beautiful. All right, let's shake things up with a little movement from Kimberly Savarino, who I recently had the privilege of performing with in the Trojan Women.
Hi. I'd like to read a little journal excerpt from 1997. New York, March 7th, 1997. It's been nearly 20 years since I moved into the East Village in 1979. I sit here on a Friday night at Restaurant La Strada on East 4th Street. It is crowded and noisy, smoky, and very young. I don't recognize the faces. My neighborhood is not what I've known for the past 20 years. Not where I feel comfortable. The Anderson Theater down the street on 2nd Avenue next to the bar is being demolished, stripped of its soul, clipped of its wings, its ghosts evicted. As part of the fabled and historic Yiddish Broadway theaters that dotted 2nd Avenue, the actress Molly Picone must be turning in her dear grave. Sure, this theater had been empty and unused for years, but remains for me a shrine, the scene of inspiration 25 years ago, for 1979, where I saw the San Francisco-based gender-focused performance art troupe, the Cockettes, which changed my life and set me on this rocky road, bruised and glittered. The stripping down of the walls, exposing the proscenium, empty seats, the giant crystal chandelier long ago fallen into the orchestra seats, the vacant stage, raked and splintered, a repository of the ghosts of effort, of love, of sweat and care, lost rituals which still reverberate. I stand in the street and watch the wrecking ball swing its violent metronome, the final ignorant soloist in this concert of madness called progress. I wish I had a camera or a brick. Well, why should I grieve? No longer pretend to be young. I can savor some accumulation of wisdom and gratitude for having survived famine, surmounted self-imposed hurdles, and unearthed ways to coexist with plague, and find myself in the role of survivor and observer. Time to move on from 184 East 3rd Street to make room for new dreamers who absorb and collect what they will and have the need to wring it out in displays of courage and commitment at surprising intervals. And now, a little song by Donovan called Try for the Sun. We huddled in a derelict building, the gypsy boy and I. We slept on the breeze after midnight, with the raindrops and tears in our eyes. And who's going to be the one to say it wasn't good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, or I'm gonna try for the sun. We huddled in a derelict building, and when he thought I was asleep, he laid his paw coat around my shoulder and shivered there beside me in a heap. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, or I'm gonna try for the sun. We sang and cracked the sky with laughter. Our breath turned to mist in the cold. Our years put together counted 30, but our eyes told the dawn that we were old. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, or I'm gonna try for the sun. Mirror, mirror hanging that's happening here below. I stand here singing to the flowers, so very few people really know. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, or I'm gonna try for the sun. We heard the gypsy boy and I. We slept in the rain after midnight, with the rain dropping tears in our eyes. And who's going to be the one to say it was no good what we done? I dare a man to say I'm too young, or I'm gonna try for the sun.
Woo! Thank you, John Kelly. To be graced with the presence of John Kelly. And for all of us to get what feels to me like a private concert in my bedroom from John Kelly and a private diary reading. It's a little bit romantic. So John. Hi. What is this like for you? What is this moment like for you?
There you are.
There I am.
There you are. So many boxes.
I know. Rectangles, videos.
Yeah.
So those journal entries are so incredible, and yeah, it's interesting to read them today and what's going on in the world. And what's it like for you? What are you thinking? What's it like to be going out in the day?
Well, I go out twice a week.
Oh.
To buy groceries and take a walk. I have asthma, so I'm being super careful.
Yeah.
But I did a piece at MaMa a couple of years ago, which utilized my journal entries, and it's kind of been in the back of my mind to go back into them. And they'll eventually be a book. But just thinking of MaMa, of the East Village, of my previous history, of the current plague versus the other plague, which is still a pandemic, AIDS. There's a lot of stuff swirling around in my psyche. And I think collectively we're recalibrating and we're having to maybe consider what's important. And what I'm really loving is friends and loved ones reaching out. That's been the best thing so far.
Yeah, all my friends are having like, oh, I'm gonna have a video chat with my family at night, or I'm gonna reconnect with my friends from elementary school. And it's so interesting that that's the impulse, that when we do, I don't know, there is a good part of it.
Yeah, social distancing isn't emotional distancing.
Yeah.
It's really physical distancing, and we could still be socially and emotionally connected. Thankfully, I hope the grid doesn't go down. That would be kind of disastrous.
Oof, I know. Yeah. It's really unique to be going through this pandemic with the internet. Yeah. And I sort of wonder, like, how different does it feel, that the fact that we have the internet and we have video and media that can be so readily shared versus back during the AIDS crisis when there was phone communication and some internet, right? But what is that difference like?
Well, the world wasn't on our side. It took a while to get the world on our side, or to help us. And there were rallies, there were meetings, there was wheat pasting, and the community and the tribe prevailed. But it was entirely different, absolutely. The street life was different. We were walking around, running into each other more frequently. It was that. It was an analog life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there are so many ways that it was different, so many ways, but.
Yeah, but it's funny because there are so many knee-jerk words, like I wrote some down, like asymptomatic, testing positive, pandemic, generation, uncharted waters. It's like there are so many knee-jerk words from the AIDS pandemic, which is still, happening, that I find myself being alarmed in a very profound manner, the core of my being. At the same time, I have some tools with which to deal with this. So I'm okay. I'm a long-term survivor. It's more than 30 years for me, and I'm entirely healthy and thriving. So whatever scars there may be are functional scars.
Hear, hear. Thank you, John. I'm so grateful to have you on Downtown Variety. It's an honor, to say the least, to have an icon of the downtown performance scene here in Live Lab. So we're so grateful, so thankful. And yeah, stay safe. I too have asthma. If you end up needing an inhaler delivery, just please let me know. I just stocked up. All right, and that goes for anybody watching too. If you need an inhaler and you don't have one, holler at me. All right, John. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, and next up we have object collection.
Cheers to the wish you were here. $100,000 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. How the flew went out to Spain to be in my domain, automobile. Only one I'm trying to make I know that was the end of it all. I know that was the end of it all. I should have stayed the end of it all. I should have stayed the end of it all. I should have stayed the end of it all. I know that was the end of it all. I should have stayed the end of it all. I know that was the end of it all. I should have stayed the end of it all. Cheers to the wish you were here tonight, cause I'm free to fly. Because I got future bitches, fuck your Nigga, what's your name? Get the fuck out the spot, nigga. I'm trying to figure which deal I'ma take. Nigga, what's your name? Get the fuck out the spot, nigga. I'm trying to figure which deal I'ma take. Nigga, what's your name? Get the fuck out.
with my bean, and it's very nice to be here with my piano. So great. You guys want to hear a joke about Corona? It's okay. You probably won't get it. Sorry, it's inappropriate. Strange times. Strange times. A lot of time to reflect and to look inside, or to just watch Netflix, like what I've been doing. I watched the movie Lion King, and there's this part where Simba, he runs to the jungle. He escapes because his father, Mufasa, just like, he fell really, really hard. So what can you do other than to run to the jungle after your father falls really, really hard? Yeah, that's what I would do. So then he goes to the jungle, and time passes, and he eats food, and he makes new friends, and he sings songs, and suddenly, out of the blue, his childhood friend Nala, you remember Nala, don't you? Of course you do. She runs into him in the jungle. Crazy Nala, so crazy. And in the beginning, Simba is like, hey, Nala, go away. Hakuna Matata. But then what happens is they hang out in the jungle a little more, and they roll down the hill, and they get a little wet in the water. Elton John is playing sexy music in the background. Oof. And before you know it, Nala is posing on the grass with her bedroom eyes. And Simba looks at her, and she's like, go for it. Oh yeah, go for it, she says. And how can you not? So at that moment, it was at that moment that Simba found for the first time Nala attractive. Great. Now, this moment was a little bit confusing for me because on my one hand, I was also attracted to Nala. But on the other, I don't know, it felt really wrong to be attracted to a lion. Suddenly she was lying on the grass, looking like Beyonce with eyeliners, and Elton John was playing music in the background. I felt like my entire sexuality was put to a test. I wasn't ready for this. I was only 10 years old. My parents were sitting next to me. Not cool, Disney. It's not cool. What do you expect me to feel? I'm a human being. She's a lioness appearing to my senses as hot. What did you do to me, Walter? Not cool. Let's sing together now. I think that was my first erection. Great. That was my little self-quarantine story, because now I had to watch this movie again, and I hope that you're having a much better time than what I had to go through. I really hope that. Thank you very much. What is happening now? Do I continue? Do I stay here?
Woo!
Oh, I need to do
Daniel Corin, everybody.
No,
That was a real
am I supposed to? Do I
popcorn
supposed to
eating
hear
moment.
anything? Because I don't hear
Amazing.
anything. Oh no, am I ruining it?
Wow. Yeah. No, it's pretty
What, 'cause-
sexy. Good to know. Good to know we have that in common, you and I.
Okay, now I get it.
We've been
Yeah,
zooming
yeah.
through this
'Cause
night. That's
listen,
kind of
it's because
hot.
you're appearing
Daniel's
twice.
still, he's definitely.
You're appearing twice, so I was like working on your hologram, I guess, not the real you.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Now I'm talking to you. Yeah. Now I'm
Oh
talking
my
to you.
God, I had you muted.
I just like realized that I need to unmute something because that's what I've been doing in the rehearsal. So
Yeah.
I'm smart,
I
whatever.
realized that too.
There's so much smartness in this room. I just need to. Yeah, thank you so much. I just wanted to show off my arms, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to talk a little bit because I'm starting to talk nonsense. Not that so far it wasn't nonsense, but please tell me something. Are you enjoying your snacks?
Yeah, I just brought out the popcorn for this performance because I thought Lion King.
Yeah.
Movie time. So
For sure. Did you have popcorn for any other performances?
I actually didn't. This
Oh
was the first.
wow! I take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
So tell me.
Oh, it's a talk show now, darling.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
Daniel Corin, is anything happening to you? What happened to you today? Anything unique? Tell us one thing, and then we'll leave.
This is unique. This is unique. I have no idea what's going on, and it's unique to me. And it's a beautiful project. Instead of me just laying around looking at like Lion King 2, I don't know if that's even a real movie. I'm actually performing, helping the arts, the New York City arts. And so that's cool. And I'm grateful. What about your day?
No, you're not going to turn the tables on me, sir. Not today.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Daniel Corin.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
What a pleasure. What a pleasure.
Yeah.
And for our last act of the evening, I'm taking out my air microphone to introduce the one, the only, the La Mama alum, the La Mama star, the worldwider star sooner or later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was saying it right. Star Busby. That was too corny, but that's okay. Off to you.
Thanks, Maddie. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome to Our Lives. So I wrote this song not too long ago. But I realized that it's for right now. So it's called Wishing Tree. It'll be on an EP that I'll release sometime soon, as all things are on hold. But we'll see. I think it's for good reason. So here we go. Wishing tree, sing to me a new future ringing over. Oh, 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 wishing tree, sing to me. No more wasting, waiting, remembering my memories outdated. I'm looking for a new sound, looking for a new sound, waiting on no one to see it for me. Don't need no one to see it clearly. Wash away what I lost, give away what I want. Only way to get it is to give up. Only way to get it is to give up. Long time coming round to me. Freedom calling, freedom won. There will always be more to be. Ooh, oh, wishing tree, I'll sing for thee. I'll hold hope in my feet, mirror you to me. Oh, wishing tree, I'll sing for thee of a future we wanna see. Oh, oh, Thank you.
My bad, my microphone is muted. Don't worry, everybody. I was just squealing, saying, oh my God, we did it. And thank you, Star Busby. Holy crap.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I can't hear
Megan.
Star anymore, I'll be
I
real.
have no idea what you're
Is she
saying
talking?
right now.
All right, well,
I was hearing you
that's
before,
our
but I can't
show,
hear you now.
yo.
Anywho, I hope everyone enjoyed that
Yeah.
song.
That's our show. Thank you to all of our performers. We got through it. Today was a beast of a day, and I am just blown away that we pulled it off tonight. I was really, truly thought that my feed just wouldn't come through. All afternoon it was just being, and we couldn't figure it out. But hey, we pulled it through a little bit. So thank you to our performers, Rena Anakwe, Susanna Cook, Chris Ignacio, Kimberly Savarino, John Kelly, Object Collection, Daniel Corin, Star Busby, and video art by Cameron Neal. We didn't have the sound on that first one, but we will have more by him soon because he's our resident artist and he's going to be doing something soon. You'll see. And our killer team, the whole family at La Mama and the Culture Hub crew. And we'll have a little music by John King too. So thank you, everyone. This show is powered by Live Lab, which is a software we're developing by Olivia Jack and Tong Wu. It's amazing. That's it. Thank you. Good night.